buddy. Just got fresh with me, but let's think back to that moment. It's a little bit windy outside and Chewie not feeling it, so we're gonna continue our story inside. Hi everyone. All right, now I'm inside. It's not so cold outside anymore. Well, because I'm not outside now, I'm in my room. But as promised, I am here to present to you Chewie's origin story. Chewie would be here with me, but dogs ain't loyal, and he left me for some food in the kitchen. So when he feels like wanting my attention, he'll come into the video. But yeah, let's get started with Chewie's origin video. So when Chewie came into my life, he was a stray puppy, and our family friend who lives in like South LA, East LA area, they were at home one day and Chewie just kind of wandered into the yard and I was just like chilling, exploring. He was like, mind you, he's a Shih Tzu. Right now he weighs like 8-9 pounds, maybe 10 when he has fur. And he was just straight up chilling on the streets of South LA, middle of the day, middle of the night, walking like nobody was gonna hurt him or anything. And so he wandered into their yard and they, took care of him because he's a cute little puppy. And this family friend, their family isn't really ready for another dog. They've had dogs before and they know how much work a dog can be and responsibility. So they were just not about it, even though the family friend that found the dog was really tempted to keep the dog and keep Chewie. And so that's where we came in, because one Facebook post later of found a cute puppy, can't keep him, who wants to take in the puppy? And my mom and I were like the first people to be like, oh, me, we want that puppy, we want this dog, it's so cute. And so that was basically how we came to hear about Chewie. Back then, nameless dog. And so one car trip to that family friend's house later, we were there and we were meeting Chewie. Mind you, Chewie was a stray from the street. We don't know how long he was wandering on the street, if he came from like a family that was breeding Shih Tzus, if he was from a litter that was recently born and he escaped. Either way, he ended up there, and so he was really frightened and like really scared. So he was not feeling like human interaction at first. He had his baby teeth, so he was really into like biting and gnawing things at the time. And I just found him really, I'm gonna stop myself from cursing, but really freaking cute. He was so adorable and so fluffy, and he had all these like dark patches around his face and his body. So he was like white and gray and black, with the black and gray areas around his like shoulders and collarbone. And he had like a little patch right here on his back, and his face was really dark when he was a puppy. And he was just the most adorable thing ever. And so we took him that day, like straight up a day later we took him. He had been checked out by the vet by a vet, because the family friend took him to a vet and he didn't have a chip. He was far too young, so they didn't really assume that he had his shots. And so we took in Chewie, and one of the first things we did was get him those vaccines that he would probably need, and to get him all the care that he would if he was living with a permanent family. And so we were really happy and excited to have this cute little puppy. I mean, he was just so adorable, exploring everything. He had little small legs, so I can relate. Short life. He was just wandering around everywhere. He wasn't really in a big space with the family friend. He was limited to like the living room. So once we brought him home, he was exploring everything. We have a big yard in the back. Our house has plenty of room and spaces. We don't really clutter walking areas. And so he was just wandering around and exploring everything. At first, we wanted to give him the name Diego Luna because we love Star Wars and we love the actor. And he was not feeling it. He was excited about the name and it like answering to Diego, but at some point he was just like, nah, it's not for me. He didn't want to answer it. And so we were like, dang, we need to come up with a new name for him. And so during the process of coming up with another Star Wars name, and because of how much he was biting, we called him Chewie. And he really lives up to the name. So full name is Chewbacca Sevilla, and he is all about biting and like chewing up his toys. There are so many toys that he has, and they're just everywhere in the house, scattered, and it's really funny how intense and focused he gets when he sees a dog toy. He's just like, yes, this is my mission. This is my goal in life. I must catch this toy. And this was how we came to have Chewie. So it was around July that we took him in. And my birthday is in July. So he became kind of my birthday present because that was such an exciting day for me. Mainly because I wanted a dog for so long. But through like living circumstances, I was never somewhere where I could have a dog. Wherever I lived, they didn't allow any pets, and like even a goldfish or a hamster they wouldn't allow. So when I had my hamster, that was on the down low. And so that year, which was 2019, I got Chewie July. And we were inseparable. He was really young, so he really didn't know a lot of things. We were training him from scratch, training him how to associate outside with using the restroom or to use the pee pad when he was indoors. And we were teaching him how to play, different tricks, how feeding was gonna work, etc., different things. And he was so small, so for the longest he didn't know how to jump onto beds. But that was a really fun seeing him, grow. And a few months later, his baby teeth fell out. He still bites and it still hurts. I got like a little indent because he got a little angry with me, I think, messing with his nap. It wasn't like I was poking him or anything. I just came into the room and he was disturbed by my presence as he was trying to nap alone in this big bed. And yeah, like, every once in a while he wants attention. He starts like gnawing whenever he's like isolated in a room. But yeah, this is how Chewie came to be a part of our lives. And now my phone is filled to the extreme with selfies and pictures of Chewie. I have Fujifilm on my walls. I have pictures that I printed out. Because I have photo paper and I figured out how to print out, so now I have a bunch of print out pictures of Chewie. And this is how Chewie came to be. He was a stray Shih Tzu, and every vet thought that was really weird because Shih Tzus are pretty expensive dogs that are sold in pet stores. And we never had any intention of ever getting a dog through a pet store. We like to promote adopting from shelters and not really feeding into pet stores that breed so many pets for them to not be adopted and to kind of just be sitting in a crate. And so we kind of just lucked out that Chewie was such a cute stray dog and that we were able to like easily get him. We didn't have to pay any of the shelter fees or anything like that, or go through looking through all these dogs. He just kind of popped into our lives, and he's been with us for about 2 years. It'll be 2 years later this year in July. And Chewie was born around this time of year. And so I'm really excited that I got to share with all of you how he came to be into our lives. And I have my look right now inspired by Chewie with my dark lips, because he has the dark black lips. I didn't do, the black or dark shading all around my face, but around my eyes. And I got these little doggy ears coming down. And I feel like, if Chewie was a human, I feel like this is him. He's all white fur. Got a little bit of the dark patches. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. I will be back with more content. I'm still planning to do my canvas video of the pin banner I have. Matter of fact, let me just quickly flip the camera. So I have this banner right here in the corner of my room where I hang up some of my pin collection. And I also have other video content. I want to do a video where I show you all different items I've gotten from my trips to Mexico, or whatever family went to Mexico and brought me back a souvenir. Just so I can speak about some of the favorite things that are connected to my culture, because I really love those items. They really have special meaning, whether they came from like a family friend, family, or etc. And they all mean a lot to me. And I have a lot of homemade items along with store-bought items, or not store-bought, but small business bought items. And so those videos are to come next, as well as a new probably short husband and hell of a boss haul, because I got my Brassica shirt and I'm so excited. If you haven't seen Hell of a Boss, watch it. Episodes all the way 1, 2, 3, and 4 are out, and Brassica is in the Valentine's sort of episode. And the recent episode on the cherubs and IMP was hilarious. So I highly recommend watching those. So those will be some of the next videos to come. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. Bye!